Welcome back. I've got 3 easy steps here to start controlling the fear that we've got. Okay, now obviously you know how to intercept all the diet and everything like that we discussed in the last video, but this is really important to control the fear that you've already got. So you may have gone a step too far to actually control new fear that's coming in. We've got this old fear, and you're going to get rid of it, most definitely. The first one is to take responsibility for it. And I know people, when I discuss this with people, they go, what? But it wasn't my fault, you know, this has happened or that's happened, why should I take responsibility for it? And I do understand that. So I always give them a scenario that we can all accept, and that is if you're walking down the street and there was a car accident, you'd run over to see if you can help, and you might have to get people out of the cars, you might have to phone for the emergency services, you might, you know, if you can, you might be able to put some first aid into action, you might do some CPR or something like that. You've actually took full responsibility for that accident. It wasn't your fault, you know, you weren't driving, but you've taken responsibility, and that's what you need to do with the fear. And so, well, I've got the fear. It could be because of somebody else's problem. I could have had this a long time, but I'm going to take responsibility for it. And the next thing is to expect things to go wrong. You go, what? Really? What fear does is it puts videos through your mind, gives you words, and it gives you questions. And if you can't answer those questions, then you will accept that what fear is telling you is true. So, for instance, if you just expected everything to go right all the time, and then something went wrong, feels, well, I told you, didn't I? Obviously, you're a failure. You can't do it. There's evidence. And you can't answer that because you think, oh, I did go wrong. Yeah, obviously I can't do it. So you're accepting it. But if you expect things to go wrong, then you can, when fear gives you that question, you can say, well, no, it goes wrong, you know. And best example I can give you is of a baby. If you watch a baby learning how to walk, they just keep getting back up again. And they don't, you don't hear the parents or those looking after the baby saying, well, obviously, fell down 3 times today, this one can't walk. You wouldn't. You just see, you're going to keep getting back up again, and eventually they do learn to walk, right? Okay, eventually that they can do that, or find a way, find a way. But expect things to go wrong, because it's reasonable. Things do go wrong. It isn't thinking a negative way at all. It's just reasonable that things do go wrong. Another one is quite a difficult one to try and explain, but it's to step outside of yourself, because you know when I say that fear it becomes all that you are, and obviously it's taking control of everything. We know that from the last video. So it becomes everything that you are. But when you step outside of that and just view it from somebody else, you know, from a different perspective. So, and the best example I can give you is soup. And this is how it came to me. And it's so funny because when I studied NLP, it's one of the basics of NLP. But I just saw it as soup. I remember looking down at the soup, and I looked down at the soup, and I can see it's got some fantastic carrots in there, it's got some lentils, it's got some onions, and it's got some greens, and I think, oh, it's wonderful. I get a spoonful of this, and it's really, really lovely. But if I was in the soup, I'd be carrots coming at me, there'd be lentils, it would be really, really bad. So, and that's it. So we're going through our life as if we're in the soup, and we're feeling everything, feeling every batter along the way. But I want you to step outside of it and think about it. So if something's gone wrong, and you can say, yeah, that went wrong, I think I'll try that. I'll try that next time. And so look at it from that angle. Step outside of your predicament and view it, and just think, what else can I do? Because when we're within something, everything's overwhelming, and it just gets to be too much. So step outside and view it. Okay, I hope those help. They really, really helped me. So we're going to take responsibility for it, even though it's not our fault. We're going to expect things to go wrong because they do, and we're going to step outside of ourselves. All right then, until the next one.